Hello students, in this video we are going to learn solved 2-mark questions in exercise 3.2 for class 11 students, that is frequently asked 2-mark questions in examination point of view. So your first question is 5 by 7 comma 2 root 6 by 7 is a point on the terminal side of an angle theta is standard position. Determine the triangle function values of angle theta. So the x and y values of the point P is 5 by 7 and 2 root 6 by 7. So that you can draw a triangle and make a note on x and y axis, that is ON, let O as origin here, and your ON is on the x axis, therefore it has 5 by 7, and your OP is on the y axis, therefore 2 root 6 by 7 here. The unknown side is the hypotenuse, which is noted as h here. So we have to find h first, and then we can find all the trigonometric function values of angle theta. So to find h we are using Pythagoras theorem here. So in the triangle NOP, your ON is 5 by 7 and your OP is 2 root 6 by 7, so that you can find your PN as Pn square is equal to On square plus OP square as per Pythagoras theorem. Therefore your Pn square will be 5 by 7 square plus 2 root 6 by 7 the whole square, which is 25 divided by 49 plus your 2 root 6 is 4 into 6, which is 24 by 49. Your answer will be 49 by 49 and is equal to 1. That is your Pn square is equal to 1, so that your Pn can be written as 1. That is your Pn is the hypotenuse side, whereas h is equal to 1. So we know ON, OP and NP or Pn here. All the sides of the triangles we have found out here, so that we can easily find out your trigonometric functions values of angle theta. That is your sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta and your cot theta. So these are all trigonometric functions values, that is trigonometric ratios that we have learnt in previous basic trigonometric formulas part 1. So I have given the video already. If you haven't watched that video, please refer to that. I will give the link below in the description box. So your sin theta will be opposite by hypotenuse, which is 2 root 6 by 7. So here your opposite is the OP side and your adjacent is the ON side. So your OP is the opposite, ON is adjacent and your H is the hypotenuse. So that your sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse, that is 2 root 6 by 7 divided by 1, which is 2 root 6 by 7, and your cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse, which is 5 by 7 by 1, which is 5 by 7. And your tan theta is opposite by adjacent, which is 2 root 6 by 7 by 5 by 7. 7 and 7 gets cancelled. So your answer is 2 root 6 by 5. And your cosecant theta is the inverse of your sin theta. So therefore it is hypotenuse by opposite, that is 1 by 2 root 6 by 7 and is equal to 7 by 2 root 6. And your secant theta is the inverse of cos theta, which is hypotenuse by adjacent, which is 1 by 5 by 7, which is equal to 7 by 5. And your cot theta is the inverse of your tan theta, so that it is adjacent by opposite and is 5 by 7 divided by 2 root 6 by 7, and your 7 and 7 gets cancelled. So the answer is 5 divided by 2 root 6. So with the help of all Pythagoras theorem, all the trigonometric functions with respect to theta have found out here. Okay, so the given data are only 5 by 7 and 2 root 6 by 7. So with the help of that data, we used Pythagoras theorem to find out another side of the triangle here, and we have find out all the trigonometric functions. So please refer the function formulas for these trigonometric ratios in part 1 with the link in the description box. Okay, so then we will move on to the next problem. Before that, we have to learn one more thing, that is about the quadrants. So there are 4 quadrants here. So in each quadrant, some of the trigonometric functions are only positive and others will have negative signs here. So but in first quadrant, all the trigonometric functions are positive. So sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant, cot all will have positive sign here. And in second quadrant your sine only will get positive, so that your cosecant also get positive because it is the inverse of sine. So second quadrant your sine only will get positive. And in third quadrant your tan will get positive, so that your cot is also positive. And in fourth quadrant your cos is positive, so that your secant is also positive. Okay, so we can easily memorize this with using all silver tea cups. So all silver tea cups, that is all first quadrant all the trigonometric functions are positive, then second quadrant sine will get positive, third tan positive, fourth quadrant cos is positive. Okay, so please make sure that you are clear, you are very clear in these quadrants and the positive negative signs, so that you can easily solve the forthcoming problem. Okay, so the third problem in exercise 3.3 is find the values of other 5 trigonometric functions for the following. That is cos theta is minus 1 by 2 where theta lies in the third quadrant. So in the third quadrant what we have know that in third quadrant the tan and cot are only positive and all other trigonometric functions are negative. Okay, so we know that the formula for cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. So your cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse, that is minus 1 by 2. So that we can find out opposite easily with by using Pythagoras theorem, that is opposite square plus adjacent square is your hypotenuse square. So that your opposite square is hypotenuse square minus adjacent square. So that your hypotenuse is 2 square and your adjacent is 1. So minus 1 square. So 4 minus 1 which is 3. So your opposite can be written as square root of 3. So now we know all the sides of the triangle, that is adjacent, hypotenuse and opposite. That is your adjacent is 1, opposite is root 3 and your hypotenuse is 2. So we can find all other trigonometric functions here, that is sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse which is root 3 by 2. So the negative sign because of the third quadrant. Only tan and cot will have positive signs here. Okay, so next cosecant is opposite of sin theta which is 2 by root 3 and the negative sign. The secant theta is opposite inverse of cos theta, that was minus 2 divided by 1 which is minus 2. And your tan is opposite by adjacent which is root 3 divided by 1. So root 3. So irrespective of the sign, that is minus 1, the tan will always get positive because in third quadrant the tan and cot will have positive signs. Okay, so the cot theta is the inverse of this tan theta, that is adjacent by opposite, so that 1 divided by root 3. Okay, so like this only we are going to solve the forthcoming 4 problems. Okay, so the next problem, next subdivision is the cos theta 2 by 3 where theta lies in the first quadrant. So please remember that in first quadrant all the trigonometric functions are positive. Therefore the cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse, that is 2 by 3. So we can find out the opposite side by using Pythagoras theorem, that is opposite square is hypotenuse square minus adjacent square. So that 3 square minus 2 square and 9 minus 4 which is 5. So that you can write your opposite as square root of 5. Okay, so in the triangle you can make it clear that your opposite is root 5, your adjacent is 2 and your hypotenuse is 3. Okay, so we can write all other trigonometric functions here. Sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse which is root 5 by 3 and your cosecant theta is hypotenuse by opposite which is inverse of sin theta 3 by root 5 and your secant theta is the inverse of cos theta, that is 3 by 2 and your tan theta is opposite by adjacent which is root 5 divided by 2. Your cot theta is inverse of your tan theta, therefore 2 divided by root 5. So please make note that so all the trigonometric functions are positive here because it lies in the first quadrant. Okay, so the third problem is sin theta is minus 2 by 3 where theta lies in the fourth quadrant. So in fourth quadrant what are all having positive signs? Cos theta and secant theta. Okay, so your sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse, that is minus 2 by 3, so that you can find out your adjacent here. That is adjacent square is equal to hypotenuse square minus opposite square. Therefore 3 square minus 2 the whole square, 9 minus 4, and it is 5 here. So you can write your adjacent as square root of 5. So we can make a note on the triangle, that is your opposite as 2, your adjacent as root 5, and your hypotenuse as 3. Okay. So you can write all the trigonometric functions. Cosecant theta as hypotenuse by opposite, that is inverse of sin theta, which is minus 3 by 2, and your cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse, which is root 5 divided by 3. Your secant theta is the inverse of cos theta, so that 3 by root 5. And your tan theta is opposite by adjacent, that is 2 divided by root 5. And your cot theta is adjacent by opposite, so root 5 divided by 2. Okay. So here make note that in your fourth quadrant your cos and secant will only have positive signs. All other trigonometries are having negative signs. Okay. So next problem will be tan theta is minus 2, where theta lies in the second quadrant. So that tan theta is your opposite by adjacent, so minus 2 by 1. So you can find out your hypotenuse by using Pythagoras theorem here. So hypotenuse square is opposite square plus adjacent square. So your minus 2 square plus 1 square and 4 plus 1, your answer will be 5. So that you can write your hypotenuse as square root of 5. Okay. So you can make a note on the triangle, that is your hypotenuse is root 5, your adjacent is 1, and your opposite is 2. Okay. So in second quadrant only the sine and cosecant are going to be get positive, all other trigonometric functions are going to get negative signs. So that you can write your sine theta as opposite by hypotenuse, that is 2 divided by root 5, and your cosecant is the inverse of your sine theta, so root 5 divided by 2, and your cos is adjacent by hypotenuse, that is 1 divided by root 5, and your secant is the inverse of cos theta, that is root 5 divided by 1, whereas it is equal to root 5, and your cot theta is the inverse of tan theta, so that 1 by root 2. So here please note that your sine and cosecant will only have positive, and all the trigonometric functions are having negative signs. Okay. So because of the second quadrant. Okay. So finally the fifth problem is secant theta is equal to 13 by 5, where theta lies in the fourth quadrant. Okay. So in fourth quadrant only cos and secant are going to get positive, and all the trigonometric functions will get negative sign. So that your secant is hypotenuse by adjacent. So your hypotenuse is 13 and adjacent is 5. So you can find out your opposite as opposite square is equal to hypotenuse square minus adjacent square, and is equal to 13 square minus 5 square, 169 minus 25. The answer is 144. So you can write your opposite as square root of 144, which will be 12. Okay. So in a triangle you can note it all the values, like opposite as 12, and your hypotenuse as 13, and your adjacent as 5. Okay. So you can find out all other trigonometric functions, that is sin theta as opposite by hypotenuse, that is 12 divided by 13. Cosecant is inverse of sin theta, that is 13 by 12. Your cos theta is the inverse of secant theta, so therefore 5 divided by 13. Your tan theta is opposite by adjacent, that is 12 divided by 5. Your cot theta is the inverse of tan theta, which is 5 divided by 12. So here note that your secant and cos will only have positive signs, and all other functions are having negative sign because of the fourth quadrant. So that's all about the important problems in 3.3. So I hope you all like this video, and if you having any queries and questions, doubts, means you can ask through yadumkeli20@gmail.com, and if you want any more problems to be solved by me, please comment in the comment section. So if you for more problems to be solved, please subscribe our channel and click the bell icon. Thank you.